Hi everybody. Real quick, what we wanted to do is we wanted to show you a demo of an app we made at a Microsoft Hackathon at ng-conf. Real quick, we had 2 hours to use the Microsoft Office API and AngularJS to make an application inside any Office 365 app we wanted. So without any further ado, I'm Chris Story. I work for a company called InnovaSystems International, based out of Norfolk, Virginia.
I'm John Kunkel. I work for a place called iNets in Salt Lake City, Utah.
Hey, I'm Caleb Sotelo. I'm an engineer for a company called OpenX in Southern California.
Hi everyone, my name is Chris Woolum. I live in Orange County, California, and I work for a company called Technosis.
Hey, so I'd like to kick us off with kind of just a quick description, a technical description of what our hackathon entry was. So basically we added a read receipt functionality to Microsoft Outlook. Read receipt feedback about whether your message has been opened is something we've kind of come to expect with instant messaging on your phone. And so we thought it would be kind of cool to add that functionality to email, something you might see in like a MailChimp or an email broadcasting campaign kind of software. So the main technical challenge here is that you can't actually run scripts from an email, and so you have to find out a kind of tricky way to get feedback about whether your email has been opened. The way that you typically do that is with something called an image beacon, which is an image request, because you can insert images into email that has some unique information stuffed inside its URL, so that you can kind of track that, track information about when it was downloaded, how many times it was downloaded, etc. And so we added a couple screens to the Outlook software, and also integrated with a service called Keen.io, which essentially does image beacon as a service. Keen.io is kind of like a custom metrics, event-based metrics reporting platform, and it's a pretty awesome service. We're lucky that they had image beacons for us to work with. So I'll hand it over to Chris. He'll give us a live demo of what we built.
So yeah, here we go. We have Microsoft Outlook 365. This is a demo account that we were provided, and what we did was we developed this application with Angular and the Office 365 JavaScript APIs, as we said, and we deployed this to this Office 365 instance. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new email, and we have our little test account here, and we'd write the email as we do normally. So just get a subject. And if you click on this apps button here, you can see all the apps that have been deployed to this account. Ours is Email Tracker, so we're going to select that. And this is basically where Outlook bootstraps your Angular application. So we have a very simple UI, basically just one button for adding the tracking image, and then we specify whether or not the image has already been added. If we click Add Tracking, it's very seamless. You don't see any difference in the email itself, but we've using JavaScript, we've injected this dynamic image into the content of the email, and now we can send that. So this is going to come through here in a second. So we're going to open it up. So let me look at our set items here. Because we've built this app and we've targeted it at both the read and compose views of Outlook, in the create, you saw we had the apps button. Here now, in our view, we can see that there's the email tracker selection here. Right now it says the email has been opened. What it does is it takes this unique ID that we've generated on the creation of the email, and it's going to fetch that ID and check with Keen to see if any requests have been made by that image. Because we had opened it up when we received the email, it had made that request to Keen, and when we open this email, it makes another request to see if the content's been loaded, and we see that it has. So.
Yeah, what I'm actually going to do is kind of show you a little bit more information about the APIs that Keen actually offers. Since Office 365 shares its space now with JavaScript, other third-party systems that are also written in JavaScript can now be implemented directly into their services. So what that allows us to do is In the example we showed you, we're just using the straight-up count of how many is coming through. What you can do is you can get a unique count, so you can see if you viewed it, anybody else has viewed it, different things like that. You can use generic metrics that actually is provided through the Keen.io system. The other benefit is data visualization. So you can use Keen.io offers a whole bunch of charts, when and where or what time, any of that information that you can collect through the metrics API, you can end up visualizing through on that view portion. So we could actually specify the days that they've done it and actually show a nice chart and different things that are provided there, which is great because then you can actually provide any other details through any other JavaScript or any other custom system that you've written. So I'm going to send this back to Chris Story so he can kind of talk about the Microsoft APIs as well.
Thank you. Thanks, John. So real quick, so as we already discussed, this was a 2-hour hackathon, so obviously documentation helps us and get started. So if you go online and you actually, all of Microsoft's APIs for Office 365 is on MSDN. So if you just Google JavaScript API for Office, it'll send you right now they're on version 1.1. Then it'll give you all of the different documentation you may want on all the different contexts, whether you're in a Word application or an Excel, or you want to go into calendar items, anything like that. They really have it documented there, and they're pretty diligent about continuously updating that as time permits. So I wanted to forward it over to Chris to talk about the code on GitHub.
Yeah, so we've pushed this code to GitHub. It's at /cwoolum/email tracker. If we'd love to get some feedback on this application, if you're interested in trying to implement something similar yourself, definitely take a look at it. We'd love to get some pull requests. If you're interested in building on top of the functionality we already have, we'd love to see that. So it'd be great to get some community involvement and continue this a little bit further and get some more rich content into these Office 365 views. So that's pretty much all we have for today. We hope that you enjoyed what you saw. We definitely had a great time writing this application, had a great time at the hackathon, and thanks Microsoft and ng-conf for this opportunity. So thanks everyone. Have a great day.
Thank you. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Take care.